Hey Flosstube, welcome back to Basic Stitches. I'm Jordan and I'm on Instagram at LittleStitchGirl94.
And I'm Jami and I'm on Instagram as JamiXStitch.
We have one question this week. Judith asked which issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine the hands-on design ornaments are in, because I've been telling everyone the wrong year. It was the August and ornament issues of 2015.
And that's the ones that you've been working on finishing.
Yep.
So. Oh, what a week. Let's see. What do we normally start with? Questions. Oh, that was the question.
Yep.
I'm out of sorts. I feel like we just ran in and started. It's been a busy week. We say that every week.
We did do one since Thanksgiving.
Yes, we did. Just right after. Leave more. I feel out of sorts suddenly.
I have the last few videos, I feel like.
Well, it's been a busy week for me. I did get some stitching in, but I also worked 48 hours this week and my husband was out of town for work, so there was a few things I tried to do around the house. Not a lot got done around the house extra besides work and just grocery shopping and the basics, dinners and, whatnot. Jorden did come up on Thursday.
Yeah.
And Abby and Jorden and myself.
And Caitlin.
And Caitlin.
Which has been my best friend since 6th grade.
Yeah.
So that's been 12 years?
Something close to that.
12 or 13 years? She's kind of an extra child in our family.
Yes. Well, because they slept over and hung out at our house.
At least once a week, every week, every week during summer break.
And plus then through the school year a little bit and everything, and anyway, but and the grandkids, we went to sushi, and I had Jorden bring the grandkids down to my work and show them off, and it was fun. It was cute.
That day was an adventure. We got up, got the kids ready, left here. We made it to Brigham, which is that about the halfway point?
Kinda.
And in Brigham, Ben got sick and puked. And I don't handle that very well.
Well, he gets car sick.
Yeah, he got car sick, which this is the first time he'd gotten car sick.
Lacey usually does.
Lacey got car sick yesterday going down to my in-laws, and we had to stop at my aunt's house in Kaysville, and we were giving stuff to her, but then her kids all get car sick, like, more than anyone I know.
They do.
And so I was like, do you have medicine? And she did, so that helped. But Ben got car sick on the drive there, and then we had to go pick up Caitlin still, and so we were running late because it was snowing, and then Ben got sick. And then got Caitlin, got to the sushi place, and then my debit card had gotten lost inside my car.
Like there's a thing that rolls back, and it was flat and it rolled back.
Yeah,
behind.
it like covers the
console-ish area.
Yeah, it covers like the cup holders and stuff, and I just set stuff on top of that. That's like where my phone sits and stuff, but then my debit card went back behind that. So Mom had to get my sushi for me. And then I needed to go to the bank to get money because the whole reason I was up there was to get my ring back from the jeweler from being serviced. And I had to pay for that, so I had to have my debit card. So I go in there and they're like, well, we can't give you a debit card, like a temporary one without your ID. And I couldn't find my ID anywhere. So they asked like all my personal questions and stuff, and they could give me cash. And I ordered a new debit card, but they couldn't give me the temporary one. And then got my ring and then went home. But it was like just a whole ordeal of everything going wrong. But none of it was like so bad that it would like ruin my day or anything. It was just
a bunch of inconveniences.
Yeah. That was a fun day.
But it was fun to have everybody get together for a few minutes and go to lunch together. So it was good.
And I got sushi. Because Dad's been out of town, so Dad doesn't like sushi.
Yeah, and so that was the thing is Abby's like, oh, Dad's gonna be gone, so she had said for me and her to go for sushi one night. And then Jorden was gonna be coming up, so she's like, I wanna go. And then it just snowballed.
And then Caitlin gets mad anytime I get sushi without her.
Well, and then Abby worked Thursday night, so we couldn't go for dinner, so we had to go for lunch. And luckily I was able, my boss is really cool about me leaving because I went for lunch 2 days in a row between some friends and my girls. So anyway, it was fun. It was good. But it has been. But then because of that, then I've been staying to work till 5 at night, most nights. I even stayed till 5 on Friday, which was super late. And anyway, so then by the time you get home, you do anything for dinner, you clean up anything, sit down and stitch for 5 minutes.
And then she falls asleep while something's playing on the TV.
Lately, yeah, that's true.
Jazz game?
No, well, I watched the Wednesday night one. I did not see the Friday night one. I went to the movie with my brother on Friday night.
What movie?
Venom.
How's that?
I love Marvel movies.
And you like Tom Hardy.
And I like Tom Hardy. And I thought he did really well in it, but it wasn't my favorite. The Venom character thing, they could have made it less gross looking.
Yeah.
But I mean, it had a decent story, and I thought he did really well. But as far as the Marvel movies, it just didn't hit the spot for me. So
I haven't seen that. That one's not one that I've really been interested to see.
A
I
lot
like
of people have
sticking
said
to
that.
more of like and I know they're part of like the cinematic universe, but like Deadpool and Venom haven't interested me as much as like the Iron Mans and the Black Panther. Black
Thor.
Panther was awesome.
well, and this
And
is
like-
Justice League, not Marvel, but
Aquaman.
I'm so excited. He's a very attractive man. Anyway, should we get on with stitching? Do
Yeah.
you have any finishes? Do you have any previous finishes? I didn't bring previous
That
finishes.
Previous finish I don't think I've shown.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna reach up
You
and
gonna
grab
grab it? I didn't think to bring any previous finishes or anything with me. So, foot,
Gotta
leg,
love leggings.
make it easy to move.
They give me full flexibility. So this one, I may have shown this. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Probably
I have.
one of our beginning videos.
Yeah. So this was,
Claire.
you can see our tripod setup. This is a dimensions kit. I think it was just called Live Simply. I started it a long time ago, and I finished it right after I got married. It was like several years in the process, but not working on it regularly.
Right.
And then
You framed it yourself?
I framed it myself. I don't remember how I put the fabric in. It's not on sticky board or anything.
Probably just wrapped around the frame board, no?
Yeah. And then I used the mat that came in the frame and cut out some scrapbook paper to do the matting, which, like, my lines are not perfect at all, but
That's cute though.
it's bright, it's sunny. It is nice in this gloomy weather.
Right. Well, that's something else to mention. On the way down here, I debated whether to come today or whether to stay home and film the remote,
Over
Where-
Skype.
over Skype video, because it is snowing. We're getting into that season, and we're
And we're
probably-
actually getting into it late, it feels like. We usually have snow by Thanksgiving, sometimes even
sometimes
in
Thanksgiving,
October.
but
There were a
yeah,
lot of
and but then
Halloweens
yet
where
there's
I
some
work.
years for Christmas we haven't had any either, so
Yeah.
it just kind of depends on the season or the year. But yeah, we'll show a video of my drive that I did a time lapse through the canyon, and it's a mild. I mean, the road was just wet, and there's still on the other side. At one point, you can see a car. Well, you can't see the car off the side of the road because it's down off the side of the road, but you can see the tow truck and the cop cars. Because it was just so wet, I think the car probably hydroplaned and drifted and went off the road. But to drive that canyon if there is like slush and snow on the road, we'll be doing a Skype video. There's on the UDOT, which is the Utah
Department of Traffic.
Yeah.
Department of
There,
Transportation.
the app or the website you can get on and you can look at, there's cameras that point through that canyon.
Sardine Canyon Summit.
Yeah, the summit and things, and you can look at the road conditions. So we'll do that, and we will make judgment calls on whether we drive.
And sometimes even if it's not snowing, it will have been wet, and then it gets down really cold, and in that canyon, it gets even colder, so
and
it
black
freezes.
ice, and so anyway.
We're just gonna prioritize being safe and alive.
Yeah, but today it wasn't snowing hard enough that I felt like I was safe to do it. But I did do that time lapse video.
In that canyon. Was it 3 years ago? Because I think it was right before Ben was born. For Thanksgiving, we were going to my in-laws, and I think it was the day before Thanksgiving, and we were driving through the canyon, and we stopped at Burger King because there's a little Sinclair Burger King right before you go up into the canyon, and we stopped and grabbed some fries and stuff, and as we were getting up into the canyon, it just started snowing like more and more, and so then we were like, oh, we should be fine, right? And we got in, and at the point that we decided, never mind, we should turn around, there was then a median in the road, so we couldn't. And it ended up, like, traffic was at, like, a standstill because it was so wet and people just couldn't move and stuff. And we ended up stuck on the side of the road for an hour, maybe 2, and we were, like, Lacey was in the back seat, she was not quite 2, she was like 1.5, and we were trying to figure out how we were going to sleep in the car, and it was like scary. But then this big nice guy, well, these 2 guys in their big truck stopped, and there were like a lot of cars on the side of the road, it wasn't just us, but they stopped and started backing up, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're gonna hit me. And they're like, hey, do you want us to pull you out? And I'm like, yeah. And they pulled us up, and then at the top of a hill before we went down, they unhooked us and said, like, that they'd drive behind us the rest of the way through the canyon so that if we got stuck again, they could pull us out. And we didn't get stuck again, but I was pregnant and crazy, and I was like crying because I was so grateful.
Calling her mom, and her mom was freaking out, and
yeah, I was trying to figure out how to do everything, how to call a tow truck. I was young and dumb.
Well, and
I was 20.
I remember because your dad was on his way in his truck out the door, like we were getting ready, we were leaving to come and bail you guys out and dig you out, whatever, and you called back and said that those guys had stopped, those nice guys, and pulled you out. But anyway, we're going to put the little time-lapse video here. It is a time-lapse video, so it goes...
It's really fast. She wasn't driving that fast.
No. But anyway, it's only like 30 seconds, but you can tell the road and the turning, and it's a canyon. And it stops as you come in, I'm coming down into Manaway, and then that's a tiny little town.
And then there's only like a little bit left.
A little bit out, and then you're out. But
and then you're
anyway, the video, I just stopped, part way. So, anyway.
Yeah, we'll put that in. And then we'll do stitching.
Go on. Okay, so now we're on to
so I'm gonna put
projects.
like a little text thing to say what time the stitching actually starts. So if you didn't want to listen to any of that, you can just watch the stitching. But if you do want to listen to any of that, go back now. So I did this one day while waiting for Lacey at preschool. I just added another 1.5 rows to my hat that will eventually be done. It'll match my sweater.
That's super cute. If you get that done by the time I work for our Christmas party, I could wear that. My department's wearing red and the buffalo plaid check, I ordered me a shirt. It's gray body and it has buffalo plaid
Was that
sleeves.
for you? I wondered if it was for Abby, honestly.
No, it's for me.
It's cute. I
It's
want
my
it.
whole work department. We're wearing buffalo plaid to the Christmas party. So anyway, so that's one project. Okay. So all mine are in my bags still. I'm set up and not set up. Let's see. So I did some more stitching, and this is on the Lizzie Kate Coming to Town Santa 11. And isn't that cute? Look at that. Oh, I just love the coloring. Anyway, and I got some more stitching done. So that's as far as I've got. I I didn't have the color for his face and his nose when I was stitching.
That red is really pretty.
That is my Victorian Moto,
It has like really good variegation in it.
and it is right here. It is all my IKEA baggies. Where did it go? Antique Barn something, I want to say. Antique Red Barn.
It's pretty.
Victorian Moto. And it does have a good variegation to it. And it's a good red, like it's a red, but it's not like a blue red or an orangey red. Or,
Yeah, it's just really red, and then
but
it
it
has
is
the
kind of
darker red.
antique-y. Yeah, so
it's pretty.
anyway, but that was my progress on that one. And that is, it's not our stitch long, it is,
Snug Harbor Crafts.
yes, and the daughter is something Kenyans or something. Can't remember hers, but it's their stitch long, and it's any Lizzie Kate Santa thing. So, and there's a lot of
Janalyn's doing
people.
that one too.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people I've seen that have got it finished and framed. Kawaii Girl, the lady that lives close to me, she just posted it, I think this morning.
Heather, isn't that her name?
Yes, I believe you're right.
I asked everyone for what I should stitch,
Last week.
and
Question.
by the end of Sunday night, the answers were unanimous to do the bookstore. And I was like, oh, well, I want to start it. So I started the bookstore.
Sorry.
Excuse me. And then after I started, it's about half and half now for coffee shop or bookstore. And someone said needle workshop. I don't remember who that was. There were a lot of suggestions, but at the end of Sunday when I really wanted to start, it was bookstore. So I started the bookstore.
Because she wanted to start, so she, yeah.
So I've just outlined it, which isn't a ton, but I then went to Shepherd's Bush and got the couple flosses that I needed to finish.
That's a cute little bag that they put it in.
Yeah, I only got 2 flosses. I walked in. My kids were so excited to go to Shepherd's Bush because they have a little treat thing usually sitting out. They had cookies
the
last
treat
time we were
basket.
there. They had brownies this time. But my kids were so excited, and then I was like, well, you can't play with the toys because we're only going to be in there for like 2 seconds. And Lacey's looking around and she's like, is this just a cross-stitch store? Yeah. She's like, this is a favorite place.
She likes that, like she does Hobby Lobby now,
Yeah.
huh?
The other day I said that we were going to her favorite store, and we went to Hobby Lobby, and she was like, well, that's not my favorite store anymore, Mom. And I'm like, oh, well, what is? And she's like, Target. I said, well, I mean, that's one of my favorites too. I was in there this morning, but she then like was sitting there and we were listening to like a Disney playlist in the car, and Do You Want to Build a Snowman had just like ended. And she said, Mom, do you want to go to Target? And then she like had an epiphany and was like, do you want to go to Target? And was singing that. And then on Facebook that night, I see a little comic of that says, do you want to go to Target? And I'm like, this actually happened this morning. I thought it was hilarious. But I got roasted chestnut and steamed broccoli.
I've never actually seen steamed broccoli.
It's really pretty. It has like a good variegation
It
between
is.
like a Kelly green and then like a,
It really is the color
A
of
light
steamed
green.
broccoli.
yeah,
But
which we eat a lot. My kids like broccoli.
So Jordan doesn't know anything else I've started. I haven't shown her.
Well, now I know.
Well, now you know. But I started the Country Cottage Needleworks, what is it, Santa's List. And this is the stitch along with Priscilla and Chelsea.
PC Santa's List.
Yes, and you can,
Priscilla showed hers yesterday.
yeah, hers is fully finished, and she took it all over Disney World with her and stitched it, and having everyone hold it up and stuff, it was cute. But that is as far as I've got on mine, which that was seriously like 1 hour or something of stitching. And
It's a lot of words, so it should go fast.
yeah, and every time I use hickory sticks, I remember how much I love it. It is the best brown gray. Doesn't that look like it has a little bit grayish?
Yeah.
But it's definitely a brown, but it's just not, oh, I love how it's not that poopy brown. It's just such a good brown. So anyway, that was seriously only like an hour worth of stitching. And I'm hoping this piece of fabric I'm doing it on was a leftover piece from starting, coming
to town.
south, yeah. And I should have like an inch border on each side, on the top and bottom, I think. I was like, oh, that's fine.
That's kind of what I'm doing with this. On my, what did I just finish? The diner, I did a full piece of fabric to have 3-inch borders, but they end up being like 3 inches
Yeah.
by like 5 inches. And I'm like, I don't need a 3-inch border when I have a 3-inch thing. So I'm doing 2 on
One piece.
one piece. Except this piece, this isn't going to be a hometown holidays. It's going to be my husband's Christmas present.
Oh.
Which is a chart that I made that's just really simple and should take me like a day to finish. But I need to start it. I need to print it off when he's not working down here in the basement.
What else have you stitched?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to show that and then I'll do this?
Sure. So this I've had maybe 15 minutes on because I started stitching it and then Abby was done with homework and ready to finish watching the show we were watching, and it's not a show I could watch and
911?
stitch. No. It's a Netflix original show and it was Haunting of Hill House.
She said that was good. I've heard that's good. I want to watch it.
It was really good. We finished it at 2 o'clock in the morning last night, but it was really good. But we had to do it. So anyway, I started my hands-on design a year in chalk, and it's the December. But like I said, I really only had like 10 minutes on it, and then Abby came downstairs and was ready. So this is on. Yep. But I will be continuing to work on that. So I have 3 Christmas December projects I am working on right now.
I have one. And then I have a 4th of July one. And yeah, I don't know. Lots of stuff. So I have kept working on the pattern that I'm designed, that I'm stitching. I didn't count through to pick the winner. I got the number.
We'll pause in a moment.
Yeah, so I'll just add that as a separate thing at the end. So I've worked on it, but we also set up our Christmas decorations and stuff, so I haven't done as much as I wanted to, but this is it so far. And I did all the like trim in the house. I added a puppy, and he is so cute. I love how he turned out. Finished the flag, working on the roofs, which those are definitely the longest part, I think, for me, is stitching the roof. But I only have 1 more row on this one, and then I think 1.5 on this one. And then those 2 houses will be done, and I have a few more things up here, finishing the words down there, and then I'll move to the other side, because this house is the center. Yeah, so that's all I did on that.
Quite a bit.
Do you have yours of these here?
I did not bring that with me.
I didn't think about it until I was digging in to find my whips.
So
Paul?
well,
Or do you have more to stitch?
The only haul I have was the fact that I ordered more of something. Do you want to show it?
So, we're going to do another stitch along.
Because why not?
Because, have I finished any of ours yet?
No. Have you?
I finished one of the word plays.
I've done a couple word plays. That is on my list for next year to continue and to work on the word play Sal.
And all of our stitch alongs are always ongoing because I haven't finished them yet, so join me. Make me feel not as bad.
I finished our Up and Away Sal.
Have you finished Autumn?
No, I have
You're
2
close.
letters left. Yep, I'm on the M and the N, and I'm done. And I've got part of the M done. And I need to continue working on it.
So much stitching, so little time.
And it's changed seasons.
Yeah.
I want to stitch other stuff, so.
Well, I know
I will
Michelle
continue.
really wants us to start basic winter.
And I'm fine if people want to stitch winter start it. I don't know when I'll be starting it. Do you know
Yeah.
when you'll start it?
When I finish Autumn. I have to finish Autumn first.
I know, that's how I feel. And that's got the frame on it that I would use.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're not in the process of that yet.
If you want to stitch it, you can use basic winter, and then we'll catch up.
if you're jonesing to start it, because I think for me it wouldn't at least be till the new year.
Yeah, January at the very soonest.
So
But that's if I kick it in the butt and get
we're
Autumn done.
creating a new cell, and it's not the Cricket Collection ones.
Nope. So we've ordered a bunch of these.
3 copies.
Yeah.
So I had already ordered one. I went ahead and Jordan purchased one, I purchased one, but we just did it on the same order to split the
Yeah.
shipping.
And Janalyn got one too, right? Did Grandma?
Yes. I don't know if she's got one yet or if she wants one, but yeah.
So then we decided, well, there's all these super cute houses and they're all, like, more are coming out.
Right.
So let's start a stitch along.
Well, because we've worked on the Halloween
Yeah.
ones. I've finished this Halloween house up here, and I'm working on this one.
And I've finished this one and I'm working on this one and I'm really close to done.
Right, and so that's that.
So, yeah, like I finished treats and I'm working on tricks. And then I have my fabric.
Is that 8x8?
Yes.
That's a good size.
And then I have my fabric ready for the Halloween house. I just need to work on them.
So, but with the next one, I've kind of put my Halloween away for
And
this
then
year.
I also have the patriotic.
I haven't ordered that one yet, and we
then the
have
Christmas.
Christmas.
Those are all of them, right?
Yes.
So far.
I'm kind of, I'm not gonna have 3 Christmas houses done by Christmas, so I'm gonna start on winter next. Some of these that I'm working on that are simple, like the year in chalk, and I have several that, like I have January and February. I don't think I have March done.
You have March done because that's the one that's been on display for the last year.
It is. I always goof it up because it says
May luck.
May, your luck. Yeah. And
Yeah.
so I always think May. So I'm March. I don't have April, but you do.
Yeah, I did
No.
April.
Did I do April?
No. Maybe?
I don't know. I have several of the year in chalk. I will have that series completed this next year. And I fully finished completed.
And that will be the first
First.
completed series between the two of us.
But but we anyway, some of those I'm working on will be quick, and then I'm going to start Winter House. I've got some of the colors are the same ones it calls for, and I did order dungarees. I've shown that. So anyway, but we also have one, if you notice this, an extra one.
So rules for the cell, not that there are really like rules. Stitch whatever you want of like
Whichever
of
pattern.
these Waxing Moon Designs house trios.
Yeah, there's the patriotic one, the Christmas one, the Halloween, and the winter so far. So of those, start whichever one you want, whichever house on them you want,
And then just when you post it like on Instagram, even on YouTube for like Flosstube videos, wherever you are posting like progress updates, just use the hashtag basic house trio sal. And I went through and went back to my couple pictures that I'd posted of these and put the tag on them so they do show up.
I'm going to do that on mine as well.
I really thought about hacking her Instagram and going back and doing it myself because I was thinking about it and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning when I did it. And I'm like,
my Instagram.
She's not awake, but I know her password to like almost everything. Because it's the same as my password to like almost everything. Just different variants of the same password.
I've changed, because I don't want the same password on everything, so I have it swapped around slightly.
Yeah. But I was like, I can't text her. She's asleep and she has to get
What
up.
day was it? Because last night I was up till 2 a.m.
Oh, this was like
2:30.
a week ago.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
I did have one more thing. Is it in here? Did I grab it? Oh, it's right here. When I was in Shepherd's Bush a while ago, I got some of this. It might pop. Yep. Some of the Stitcher's lotion. So there's an Etsy shop that sells them, and it's soaponawhim.etsy.com, and they're based out of Boise, Idaho, and it's Matt Hair, Earths. Is it supposed to be like mother?
I don't know.
But it's a Stitcher lotion. There's a little embroidery person on the bottle. But
because it's supposed to absorb.
My hands are like super dry and gross. You probably didn't care to see that, but they're super dry and gross. And that's just kind of left over from when I was not using lotion because I wanted to cross stitch. So I got this. I've used it, and if I don't use it like for a few days, then the dry comes back just because of the weather. It doesn't take very much. Like this bottle was $10 at Shepherd's Bush, and it takes like not
that
even.
One smells good. That's orange cranberry, and it smells yummy.
It doesn't take very much to moisturize, and it doesn't get greasy, and it doesn't leave like residue on your stitching. So
Etsy
it's
shop.
awesome. Yeah, I really liked it. They had a vanilla scent that they didn't have. They only had it in a tester bottle, and I wanted that one, but then this one really smells good too. So I'll link that in the description.
I like that. That's nice. It feels good, but yeah, I can.
It stays shiny for a second, but I've found like if I let it get shiny and then I rub it, like the shiny's gone and it's just good.
Yeah, it feels really nice. I haven't ever used it. And it's not. I can already tell it's. I don't have that lingering waxy feel.
Yeah.
So it feels good.
But then like my hands, when I use it regularly, my hands are really soft too, which is nice. Okay, I think that's.
Do you have any? Oh, So let's. Do you want to do your winter?
Yeah.
Or do you? Okay.
Well, do you have your phone? Is it over there plugged in?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna pause here, and I'm gonna go through and find our winner.
We're back.
Yeah. So
that was a pause.
Our
the giveaway, yeah,
for this is Donna Hudson, and we will go like when I finish it, which I'm stitching it a lot. Like this is my main project, but I also have to work on other things so I don't go crazy. But when that's done, I will get it to you.
Yeah.
Just email us
your email.
Yeah, your info. I can print it and send it, or I can mail it, or I can email it. Either way. I know Kim wanted it printed, so
perfect.
The email is in the description, but it's basicxstitches@gmail.com.
So
and then I pulled out my others while we were
to show all of them
on
that
our
we
little
have.
break. So we have Halloween, which I've worked on, and you can tell it's really loved based on the bag.
The winter, which
There's winter, and that's the one we'll be giving away. And then the patriotic, which
Which
I haven't
is
pulled these out
so
and looked
cute.
at them in a little while, and they're so stinking cute.
Yeah, I need that one.
And then we bought this one on Etsy. And this is the Christmas houses. I guess I don't have to turn that one as much.
Yeah.
So our question to win will be, which of these ones do you,
Which one are you going to be starting with?
or which one's your favorite?
Yes.
Whatever, yeah.
Just answer something about the Waxing Moon house trios. And we will do well, we have Siri pick a number.
Yeah, we'll do the random number
And then
pick.
this will be mailed out to you, the winter one, and it's super cute. So, and it is exactly what our winters are. Windy and snowy and cold.
Yeah.
So,
But also pretty.
it is
Sometimes.
pretty at times.
When you're not looking at like the city-like area where everyone's driving and there's slushy. When you look up at our mountains, because we live along the
Wasatch Ridge.
Wasatch Mountains,
Mm.
and they are gorgeous. They always, I look at them and I'm like, it looks like a Bob Ross painting.
I do that all the time too. But I'm sitting here and I'm getting more
I know.
more excited. Okay, so congratulations to the winner. We're happy for you.
We're also
But-
happy for us.
Yeah. You want to tell them? Should I tell them?
You can tell them.
We're going to Minnesota in May to the Midwest Stitcher retreat with Priscilla and Chelsea. The retreat's the one that's put on by Michelle Rudy, which is Farm Girl. And I thought there would be no chance in ever that we'd get in, because the retreat is offered to the people who have been there previously first, and then the remaining spots opened up, and she posted it on the Facebook group, and I seriously was like the third, fourth person that like saw it, but then I'm messaging back and forth with her.
She's like, should we do it? Should we do it? Should we do
And I'm
it?
like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
And I'm like, well, yeah, I just did it.
Yeah, and so I'm like, oh crap, so do I. So anyway, so yeah, so we got in, and tomorrow morning, well, during my lunch hour, we'll have everything together, and I will run it to the post office to mail our deposit to Michelle.
I'm so excited. I was ready to, we went and spent time with my in-laws yesterday, and I was like, I'm going to Minnesota. And they're like, for what? To go cross-stitch with a bunch of other cross-stitchers? And they're
People
like,
don't get it.
okay.
People outside of
Alex is
this
super
world.
excited for me. He's like, he knows how excited I am, and he's like, you're gonna have so much fun.
Well, and my husband was out of town when I did this, so I waited till he got home before I told him. And then he's like, what? But then he was excited. And he has seen Priscilla and Chelsea videos with me, and he knew. And he's watched Farm Girl with me, because he watched when she did the tour of her craft room. He watched that with me, because I was going to sleep and I was watching it. And anyway, so he's excited. I think he's happy for me, but he's like, you did what? Yep.
So we're
I did.
super excited.
But we're getting all of our stuff put together, so it will be mailed out tomorrow, and
Yeah.
we are going.
I'm so excited.
Yes, it's been, well, we've wanted to go to a retreat forever,
Yeah.
and it's
And
just
then-
never worked, or something.
Well, and
Something's
like-
been off in the timing for stuff we've had going on, or
Alex was in college. We were poor. We're struggling now. He has a nice job, and we're still poor because we have student debt that's ridiculous.
well, that's different, but still.
But now we're
and-
to the point that like I can do stuff.
Well, and sometimes some of them, the timing to sign up for them,
Yeah.
I had other stuff going on, and it just didn't work, and this time it just worked.
Even this one's timing was a little bit like during Christmas when
I
we were
know,
buying
like
presents
Christmas
and
to
stuff.
pay,
but
but-
this is my Christmas present. So.
I know, that's why I told Marty, I'm like, I don't care. I've been spoiled this last little while, some of the stuff I've got, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
So, anyway, but yeah, we just want to tell you guys that we're going to Minnesota, so. Yeah.
If you know of any like, well, I guess we're probably flying, aren't we? So we won't have like a road trip to stop at every LNS along the way.
No, but there is, yeah, the month before when I'm in Vegas, I'll go to a LNS there.
You were mad when I was gonna go.
I know. Anyway, okay, well, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us today.
Let us
Yeah.
know your favorite or what
What pattern
of the,
is your favorite, or what one you plan on starting with?
yeah.
There's a few of them.
Use the basic house trio salve.
And thanks for joining out all of the salves we've done. It's fun. I just like watching other people that are stitching the same thing I'm stitching.
Yeah.
It's fun. And I really like those. And I even have like I've said before, my way I'm going to finish it. I got the idea.
I was looking for one in Home Goods yesterday, and they all had 4 clips, not 3. I also looked at a bunch of Ray Dunn yesterday in Home Goods.
And she FaceTimed me, and I refrained. I stopped.
Alex and I went on a short lunch date. We went to Costa Vida and sat and ate, and then we went to Home Goods.
and you spent more time at Home Goods?
More time FaceTiming her than I did like actually talking to him on our date. Besides, well, because he was
on a date.
He was also helping Abby with homework.
Yes, he was. So, anyway, thanks for joining ourselves and hashtagging them because it's fun. And we appreciate it. And this is a series we've liked.
Yeah.
So,
and we're always excited for more to come out.
great.
Um,
Because I need more things to
Oh, yeah.
stitch. Like, I need a whole head. And basically, I mean, there are 3 full charts in one. I mean,
and yeah, they're little, but like,
some of it's dense stitching.
yeah.
Some of it's not.
But they're a full pattern even though they're little.
So, anyway,
My Etsy shop is littlestitchgirl.etsy.com, and then on Instagram I'm littlestitchgirl94,
and on Instagram, I am Jami X Stitch.
and then we've got Grandma on Instagram as Grandma X Stitch, and Janalyn is Weeza X Stitch.
Yep. And Grandma is DeAnn. For those of you, we always call her Grandma, but it's DeAnn.
It's weird to call her DeAnn. For me, she's Grandma.
Well, she's Mom to me, but anyway, thanks for joining us, and we will see you hopefully next week.
Bye.